Good evening. Maureen Sky, Crafty Sky Lady, coming at you. I'm here in my workroom, and it's hard to even pick a spot to where I want to do the videos. But I think I've managed, so we'll take this for now and work with it, right? How y'all doing? I'm good. I guess I'm good. It's December, and I get a little, I guess, anxious and overwhelmed this time of year. I guess as we all do. There's so much to do. And yet I say that, and I believe that we, as Americans and maybe other countries too, but we put it on ourselves, especially more the women, and yet I don't want to just say the women, it's anybody, I guess. But we put it on ourselves that we have to do all these things, and you got to decorate by a certain date, and you got to this and that. And, that's really, why do we do that? And who sets that deadline? Years and years back on the old farm homesteads, didn't they used to like decorate their Christmas trees Christmas Eve? And I don't have my tree up yet. I'll do it in a day or two, but I've been busy. I mean, I did Christmas cards just this evening. I finished those up. That was a two-nighter. And I do sell on eBay. I'm a thrifter, so I have to go thrift for the stuff. And then, you've got to wash all the stuff. You've got to, what I do is I have a whole system of, peeling, writing everything up in my book, what I paid for, what it is, blah, blah, blah. Take all the measurements, and that's handwritten into a notebook. Okay. Then from there, I will type that listing into the computer as a draft, and then I save it. Then I go back to the item and I'm peeling off the stickers, labels, prices, and all that, giving it a good bath and all of that, and making sure it looks real nice for pictures. Then it comes back in here for the picture part of things. Right there, I do have a little area and background in that for the pictures. Then make sure I take good pictures, then I upload that to the draft. Then it goes to a listing and out there on eBay. So it's a process. And all these things take time. Us resellers, we work for our dollar. We do. Most of us are, like I said, washing that item. If it's laundry, it's got to be laundered. If it's clothing and that linen, or maybe a little repair. I've done that too. Yeah, it's not like you could just go buy it, throw it on, and I mean, some people probably do, but it's not the way I like to do it. I want to make sure that item is good. I've checked it over. For the most part, I'm checking things, and yeah, and keeping your supplies up to date, your bubble wraps and your packaging, and then keeping and then storing them. And I like to wrap my item right then and there after the listing in the bubble wrap, in the tissue paper, and put my little piece of paper sticker on it, give it a number, inventory number, and then I put it away. So when I sell something, I put it in drawers and bins and on metal shelves in my eBay room. And I know that I can go on the computer in my inventory, and if I sold, a little teapot, let's say, and I gave it a number of XXX 500, well, I know that when I look at my inventory, XXX 500 is in, on shelf 5 of the middle shelves, or it's in drawer A, B, or C, and something, it's pretty good inventory system I've got where I can find it within a few minutes. I mean, on occasion, I've had a couple of rough goes of really searching the house for a whole weekend to find something. And the problem with that was it fell down behind the shelf it was on, and I didn't know it. And so things like that. But overall, my system is pretty good in that regard. But where I was going with all that is that this season is an overwhelming season for anybody who's working or does online reselling or working in any capacity, and you still got, you're decorating and you're gift buying and your gift and all of that to think about if you're one that really does that and gets into that, and if that's how the season is represented by you, and it is me, and I get this overwhelming feeling every season around this time. And yet, like I said, it's a feeling of, oh, I feel like I'm late decorating, and I feel like I'm late, buying present, and I'm really not. I've got a kind of a handle on it. The decorating, sure, I'd like it all done, but it's just me. Eddie can't really help me, and it means going up and down stairs, and it means bringing all that stuff down from the attic. And every year I say I'm not going to do as much, and yet I've made a lot of really pretty festive things over the years, so I want to put them out and showcase them all, even though um, we're not really having as big a gathering like I talk about, because my daughter and granddaughter now live down in Florida, and I won't see them for the holidays, so I'm sending boxes of stuff down there, and then um, it will be my son and his wife, or my daughter-in-law, and maybe her mom. Maybe we're not quite sure yet, but that's the plan. And having a nice roast beef dinner, hopefully Christmas Day. So that will be nice. So I still want the house decorated a little bit for that, and to me, because I enjoy that. Now I've got the bottle wall area outside, and even though, yes, it's been snowing and it has snowed, I still like to go out there with some fresh or faux greenery and dress it up pretty. And I haven't done that yet because it's been so cold, and there's just a lot going on. Today, we had a company come, a few guys, and take down the last of the big trees for us to get down. And this one was very close to the road. And my fear was limbs were falling left and right with any snowstorm and ice storms. And my fear was if a it was dead, the tree was dead. So if any big limb did really fall in the road, that's on us, and somebody could get hurt, and you don't want to be sued, and oh good Lord, nightmare with that. So the people that did the big tree out by the barn this past summer, a couple of trees gone, I said, come back once I finally finished paying off the bill with the house insurance. I said, come back and do that tree and give me a good price. And he did, but it was still a little high. And so I said, you know what? Don't take it down to the ground. Leave a good elbow length, and I'll put a birdhouse or a planter or something on top. And by doing that, I saved several $100s. They don't really like doing that, but he did do it for me. And yeah, think about that, folks. If you're going to have a tree down, think about telling them not to completely level it, and save yourself a few hundred, and just make it eye level and put a birdhouse on it. That's what I'm doing. Or I've got this big bowl planter. I might put that out there. Get creative, right? So anyway, that happened today, and I'm happy about that, to see that gone. And it really does make you feel good to know, okay, I don't have to worry about that. And yeah, and so uh, there's just been a lot going on. Our car, 2 days ago, we went out. I had stuff to go to the post office. He needed to get to the store for his lottery tickets. And we didn't get out of the yard because the battery was completely dead. Completely. And then you stop and think, okay, when did I buy that battery? Well, according to the guy, it was a little over 4 years ago. So it was time for a new battery. And the car was making weird noises and some other things going on with brake fluid and suspension issues. Oh yeah, it's constant. So I got thoughts about what I want to do with that. And so, anyway, I just, you know, very overwhelmed with everything I have yet to still do and that I want to do. And yeah, but I have to sit back and tell myself, okay, pour a glass of wine if you got to, but relax. Now, I'm sitting here in my back room and I'm telling you people, this is the room where the mice come up from the cellar. They do. It's an old bike shed, and I have got those vamoose pouch patches everywhere. And I got the spray bottle of the Bug MD, a peppermint spray, everywhere. And yet, even with those, I sat out here the other night and I'm working on eBay right here. And what comes crawling up right near me, the back where I take pictures? A mouse. They're just little field mice. But, oh, I hate them. So if you see a mouse, scream mouse to me. And if you see me scream, it's because I saw one and I'm getting out of here. And they, she's gonna come. She's like a professional organizer without being a professional organizer, but she's very good at it. And I can't wait to have her work with me. And we are going to get this room organized, because what happened here is I came into this room as it was with the tables that are here, and I'm trying to work with what's here, the shelves that were here, and this room does not work for me with what I need. I need wider shelves. I need to get the things that are on the shelves that were the walls and stuff that were here gone. They make it look cluttery too, all the different things that they had before I got here, so that's what you're seeing a lot of too. But anyway, I did work on some scented pillow pouch, um, scented snowman sachets, and I got them done, and I have them on Facebook Marketplace and that. Not that they're selling, so I'm enjoying them. So I did this nice basket up of them. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that adorable for a table bowl filler display? And they smell so nice. Let's see if I can get it better for you. Oh, upside down. Get it right, Maureen. Aren't they the cutest ever? And that's little linen sewn up pockets filled with polyfiber fill and grunged with instant warm hot coffee mix with the coffee, rubbing alcohol, about a quarter cup, and a couple teaspoons each of the spices that you like, mixed up and grunged, sprayed on here. Dried, I sprayed it on the polyfill too, let that dry, then stuffed them, then stitched them, did the embroidery with, 3 strands each of the different embroidery floss. The eyes are just black French knots, and I did all of them. They smell really nice. Cutest little things ever. You could actually put little string on them and hang them on your tree or a mantle or with your greenery. They're the cutest things. And just, several of them. I put newspaper down first. I have pine cones in here. Faux greenery, but you can use fresh greenery. Little bow, little basket, and you got, some little beads hanging down. And you got the cutest little festive tabletop display. Yes, you do, folks. And it's unique. You're not going to find that everywhere. If you like unique things like I do, and a little primitive look going on, think about that. And I did a couple videos displaying all of that. So there you have that. Now, here's a bunch more. But yeah, like I said, you don't have to feel that we're late with anything. Enjoy the holidays. That's what they're meant for. And boy, I want to enjoy them. You know? Look at these. Oh, they smell so good too. And they don't have to be perfect because they're little faces. And faces aren't perfect. Humans aren't perfect. Nothing's perfect. They don't have to be perfect. They just have to be adorable. And they are. And this is what they look like before they're stuffed. You stuff them and then you stitch them up, grunge some more. I dry brushed my grunge on. These haven't. They've had one bit of grunging, but not the final grunging. Just adorable. Yeah. And I do have them listed for a few dollars a piece because they take time, just like anything. They take time. It's not like you can whip them up quickly. You got to spend time embroidering them, marking them, sewing them, embroidering them, grunging them, stuffing them, tacking them up, stitching up the opening, and then grunging again, letting them dry. There's a lot to, it's not like we can just sell them for $1.99. I'm asking $4.79 a piece because they're artisan made. Anything artisan, you gotta get your money for your time. And even with that, I could really be asking more if I really thought about the hours I put into it, but then no one's gonna spend that. They're probably not gonna spend the $4.79 either, because I haven't sold any yet, and I was hoping I would. So I'll keep them. And I'll give them as little stocking stuffers, whether they want them or not. They're getting them. Right? So that's that. My take on that one. I did a little poem too about Scotch tape. And I wish I could find it because it's on Fan Story. If you're a fan of Fan Story, which is a writer's site where you can go on and write and you're critiqued and you can enter little contests for little fees and some are free, and then you get points if you do well and get a good critique, and you can critique others and earn points, and there's a whole system to it. And the contests vary, and some are real involved and hard and difficult, but they challenge you. And then some are not so hard and they're fun. It's fun reading other people's work. I highly recommend, if you like to fool around with writing and having fun with that, go on Fan Story, join it, become a member. And, there's a little fee you pay every month to be a member, but it's peanuts. And it's fun. And you learn from that too. And you get the recognition and the critiquing you need to move forward. And it really helped me a lot. And I haven't been on it for a long time, but I got to get back to it. And I will, on top of everything else, right? Yeah. So, as we navigate forward, I wanted to show a few more things of some stuff I just got out thrifting too. So let's do a little bit of that. I've showed you my basket and my stuff there. Yeah. Oh, that's not it. It's right here. I just don't want to move this. Hold on, I gotta do this without. See if I can. All right, here's something that needs to get on soon because it's for the holidays. And I spent probably $2 on this because it's got the sticker that tells me that. I believe that's $2 at this particular. I don't see any signage, but it's the cutest little angel for a tea light, and she's made out of ceramic pottery, and her little coppery tin metal wings, and She is adorable. Little wire halo and hair. Oh, she's so cute. There's no damage. She's made nice. So, $2. I might ask, oh, about $12.99 for her, maybe. Yeah, she's nice. I'll do a search too, but I don't see, although it looks like it's handmade the way it's made here, but I don't see any. Oh, guys, I picked up Nil Oak, Niloak, Nil Oak pottery. I didn't know what it was. I just knew that this pretty little vase that looked like layers of clay, and it was a little pitcher, small, in beautiful condition, and pretty dark blues and little like cranberry red clay, terracotta look, grays, white, cream, blended like marbleized. Pretty little thing, and made well. And I saw the signage, but again, I didn't know what it was. Picked it up for $3 at a high-end thrift shop in Brattleboro. Brought it home, did some research, and I nearly fell off my chair. Some of it came up for like $1,000 for the same little bit bigger vase. So I did more research and I listed that for $220. It wasn't on more than 2 hours and I sold it. $220 for a $3 vase all day long, folks. I was thrilled. I'm not kidding. And the person got it, and I got positive feedback. They love it. They're happy. They're happy. I'm happy. And I just sold a little perfume bottle that's going out. I've had it for over a year. Very small, little red glass. Got signage. And $52. And I spent about $4 or $5 for it at that same store where I got this. That's a good little store. I love it. Anyway, that will go on for about $12, $13. That's nothing. These I've had for a little bit. Okay. This was probably $1 or 50 cents, maybe. And this was $2. I've had them for a while. I'm going to put them on together soon, maybe later tonight, even though it's late already, and get these on because these are great ornaments for Christmas. Adorable. They're metal and they're made nice. I don't see a lot of signage or anything, but look how cute. Isn't that adorable? Gotta get those on. I like things that are different. This pretty little, it says made in China, Taiwan. Made in Taiwan. That's okay. This was, I believe, 50 cents. Or $1, one or the other. I forget the color codes, but yeah. Cute little ornament. Yeah. And it's got a little clip on the back. You could put it on a gift, and that'd be pretty. Huh. Okay. And this little thing I thought was so cute, and I paid, I think I had to pay $2 for this, which I didn't want to pay any more than that. And I don't see any signage, but it looks kind of like something that maybe came from a Dollar Tree or something like that. But I'll put it on for like $7 or $8. It's nice. No damage to it. And it's got, I gotta get this stuff on. If it doesn't sell this year, I'll just leave it on. Yeah, that's all good. Cute little thing. Kind of reminds me of something the Grinch would have on his little dinner table. So cute. And then there's, oh, this little ornament. This looks vintage to me. Okay, now green. This was probably 50 cents. Yeah. Or 25. Yeah. A cute little mouth. Just put some ribbon through there. Yeah. I might put the mouse, I might sell these two together. You know, something like that. Yeah, that would make sense. And then this cute little thing I thought was a nice mug. And the mug is just plain, I guess. Yeah. And it's got this nice cozy. And I was going to take this and wash it. I will wash it up. But it really doesn't need it. It's kind of, we'll see. Oh, and this was $2. St. Nicholas Square. It's got that. That was, no, I take it back. $3. The blue is $3, I believe. Okay. St. Nicholas Square. Spot clean with damp cloth or sponge. Mug. Microwave safe. Dishwasher safe. Remove cover before washing. Oh, this cover. It's really cute and it's clean. Yeah. That's adorable. Somebody might want that. And for $3, I'll look it up to see what it originally went for, and then I'll bring it down a couple dollars. But I'm looking at maybe $11.99 with the, we'll see. We'll see. But this is what's fun for me. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Ooh, there we go. See, I'm gonna knock something over. Yeah, I'm having, and I put a little message on Facebook, you know, something like damn mice, and I got a lot of response of my friends, a lot of people that have the old farmhouses, but even people that have newer homes are having a real problem with mice this year. Are you having a problem? Let me know, because I'm telling you, I'm spending a fortune on traps and decon and vamoose and the peppermint spray just to keep them at bay. God. Damn things. I mean, come on. I don't know if I'd want to live in the city. Bad enough in the country. You know, can you imagine some of these other countries too where they don't have the control like we do? God. I don't know, folks. All right, there's that for those. Put these back in the box here. Aren't they cute? Cute little thing. But like I said, this stuff I gotta get on this week. But some people still decorate late, you know, and if they don't sell, I might enjoy some of this, putting it out, and then leave it on and let it sell for next year. I won't be heartbroken. Oh, I don't want to break that. A nice little O-ring. I really like these. I might enjoy these myself. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's cute. Maybe I'll get her on while we speak. Oh, yeah, I gotta leave the little sticky on, so I write till I write them up, so I know what I paid. Yeah. I gotta remember to take a picture of their codes so that I will remember that, because different stores do it different ways. All right. So yeah, let's see. Anyway, I have some recipes. I want to make some date-filled cookies that I make. My granddaughter calls them moon cookies, but they're a lady here in Bernardston actually won a contest years back, a baking contest that they had at the Greenfield High School years back. And this was the winner, this cookie recipe. So, and it is a winner, and it's got, you make the dough with butter and egg, sugar, vanilla, uh, baking powder, something like that. And you make your dough, you roll it out, and then you cut out rounds, and then you make a date mixture of boiled pitted dates and water. I don't think you use sugar because they're sweet enough. Right, and then a little more vanilla maybe, something like that. And then you put a spoonful onto half of the round, fold it over, and then you pinch the edges with a fork. And then after they've baked for, I don't know, 8-10 minutes in a 350 oven, you sprinkle confectioner's sugar on them. Delicious cookies with a cup of tea or your coffee. Oh my God, they just get eaten right up, and they're so good, and they keep for a good amount of time. Um, you know, in a airtight container. Yeah, and they make great gifts in little gift bags. And I might make some diabetic type recipe of the sugar cookies, um, something like that. I have recipes for like madeleines and real fattening cookies, but I gotta be careful too, because I'll eat them. My husband and I, he's skinny, he can eat them, but for me and my diabetes is, we're trying to watch it. So, anywho, we'll see where that goes if I make them or not. But I have a few good recipes, and last year I made a recipe. We call them the Grinch cookies because they're green, but there's pistachio nuts in them and green food coloring and pistachio. Um, let's see, I think it's almond or some kind of flavoring too. I forget now, but so good. They are so good. I'll get that recipe. I'll make those again too. Yep. I think there's red maraschino cherries in it too. They're pretty. They're festive looking, and they're delicious cookies. So if I think of it, I'll get them out, and maybe my next video I will highlight that, so you guys can have some of those recipes if you're want to do some, Christmas cookie baking. Yeah. I have a sour cream coffee cake that I love to do for like Christmas morning. Yeah. And these cookies are the moon cookies, we call them. They're date filled. They look so pretty on a platter with some other cookies mixed in. They look real pretty. And I got pictures, real nice festive holiday pictures of years past of what I did, what I put them on, and yeah, real nice looking display. So yeah, so I'm not going to keep this too much longer, but I wanted to come at you and do a video. It's time, and I got to keep them going. I will have more festive holiday type videos coming in the next couple weeks, because why not, right? As I work and do my decorating and things that, overwhelm me. But I love it. So I'm going to keep overwhelming myself as I navigate each day forward. And I love you. If you're new here, welcome. I hope I have given you enough fun content to want to come back and join us. We have a good time here. And yeah, until we meet again, I certainly hope the universe provides. I truly do. Thank you. Now, I'm going to try to find that Scotch tape poem and I'll read it. Maybe while I'm wrapping up a few little gifts or something, right? We'll see. But I'll read it to you because it's a fun one. Thank you now. Bye-bye.